What's up, guys? It is October 18th today. I don't know if you can tell. Probably not, since I've got the truck light on, but the sun's starting to peek through. I'm running a little bit late this morning, so I'm gonna try to hurry up and get in the woods. But I'm being here in the same spot I was for my first sit of the year. Completely different weather, though. We finally got some cold weather. Today is the first day. It's been below freezing. My truck says 31. I think it said 32 on the weather app. But really good weather. I think the high is gonna be like 50 something today, so should be pretty much an all-day hunt. I think my plan's gonna be I'm gonna sit here most of the morning, probably about 11 to noon. I'll get down. Midday I'm gonna try to bump around a couple places, look for some scrapes and some rubs, and try to find a good spot to set up for the evening. But yeah, I'm excited. Saw a deer on the way in. Couldn't tell what it was, just crossing the road, but I think they're gonna be moving. It's cooled off quite a bit, so. But anyway, I'm gonna hurry up and get in the woods, and I'll see you guys in the tree. Well, I just got set up. I didn't make it as far as I wanted to, but that's because I'm away in this morning. I bumped in to that big scrape right there. And it's super fresh. Looked like there was probably a buck working it last night. So I'm just gonna sit up over it and see what I can see. There's a trail running behind me that leads right to that scrape, so we'll see what we can get into. Well, it's just after 10 o'clock. Just got back to the truck. Probably could have stayed in there a little bit longer, but I'm not even gonna lie, I wussed out a little bit. The wind started picking up, and that tree I was in was swaying. I just decided I'd go ahead and climb down and get back out to the truck. But it was a pretty good morning. I don't know if you guys were able to see it. I guess if you were, then you would have already seen it by now in this part of the video. But about 8:20, I had 4 or 5, I think it was 5 does come run across. They were trotting pretty quick on that other ridge across from me, maybe 50, 60 yards. But the way they were moving, I was thinking they weren't running, but they were moving pretty quick. It's like there's got to be something behind them. And then, sure enough, maybe 5 minutes later, that buck came through. I'm hoping I got that on camera, but it was so thick in there. I only saw the deer for a total of probably 15, 20 seconds when they were running through there. So I don't know if I was able to get them on camera or not. But definitely a little bit of rut activity, so that's a good sign. Kind of what I'm doing this week. It's still middle to late October, so the rut's just getting started. So I'm kind of trying to pin down some areas and really narrow it down for into October and early November of what spots I want to hunt really hard. Within the next 2 or 3 days, I think I'll have a good grasp on where I want to spend most of my time the rest of the year. So, oh guys, I'm fired up. I didn't have the camera with me because I'm just still hunting. It's kind of hard to self-film and still hunt. Like I said, I was just gonna come middle of the day and look for sign, but just found 2 scrapes, not even 20 yards apart, that looked like they'd been made either this morning or late last night. They were fresh. With all this wind, leaves falling, there weren't any leaves in them, so they had to be pretty fresh. I would say 12 hours ago at the latest. But anyway, I sent those over to Gunner because he's going to be hunting tomorrow. I'll be filming for him tomorrow, so I think that's where we're going to go in the morning. I sent those pictures to Gunner, and he said, yeah, let's go there in the morning. I backed out. About to run to another spot and check a camera that we've got put up. And then I guess it's almost 1:30, so I guess after I check that camera, probably about time for me to go get in my evening spot. So we're listening to Hardy.
Got my stash all trimmed up. Call the cops.
I just hit the SOS button on Gunner's fancy new truck. Trying to turn on the dome light.
Jesus Christ.
So, when there's a search and rescue mission going on while we're trying to shoot a deer, it's on me.
Maybe it'll scare them back towards us.
Anyway, we're going to this that spot yesterday I was talking about that I was pumped up about. Got the two scrapes, not even 20 yards apart. It is, it says 34 degrees now, but it said it was 29 when we got in the truck. So I think it's colder temperature wise than yesterday, but I don't think the wind's blowing, so
It's supposed to
not as hard.
5 mile wind.
Yeah, it was like 15, 20 yesterday. My tree was going, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get down. Getting seasick. But anyway, we're about to,
We usually don't come in this way. We usually come in the other way.
yeah, so we're gonna have to figure out how to get in there. But I think it'll be alright. It's only a ridge over. We got the wind in our face, so that's the most important part. But anyway, we're gonna get in there, get in a tree, and shoot a monster. Or a doe.
Monster.
A monster doe. I can't figure out how to turn his lights off in his truck. This hunt is brought to you by Ram. Don't get one.
No, I do get one. They drive great.
We get a shooter come in. I don't know if I'll get the shot on camera because I'm shivering so bad. I should have brought the camera arm. I guess I do have it, but I don't feel like setting it up. Is he still doing it? Can you still see him? I hear you. I don't see him anymore. Heck yeah. Well, just got out of the tree. It's just a little after 10. When we were climbing down though, this guy decided to spot some, how many deer did you see?
4.
4 deer. He said there was a buck chasing some does. I saw the buck for just a split second. He looked pretty nice. But we were just trying to climb down slow and see if we could bump into him again, but we didn't. But
Found a bunch of acorns.
yeah, a bunch of acorns. There's sign everywhere. So it looks good in there. We'll probably be back in there in the morning. I got some stuff to do this afternoon, so that's why we kind of got down a little early. And we're gonna go check a couple trail cams, and then Gunner's gonna hunt this afternoon, I guess. I don't know if that's gonna be on camera or not. I guess we'll figure out here in a little bit, but Anyway, we're about to go check some trail cams and kind of still hunt through some woods while we're checking them. Maybe we'll run into something, but just stay tuned. Guys, this is why you leave your cameras out, because yeah, this spot only had a few pictures of some does. You can tell that's a decent buck right there. I only had a few pictures of some does all summer, but as the rut starts up and as the beans go away, they start munching on acorns. You start getting a lot more pictures of bucks show up. And if there's does there, there's going to be bucks there. So if you have deer on your camera, just leave your camera out, let it marinate, and you'll start getting some bucks show up when the time comes. That stuff looked good in there. What was there? 4 or 5 scrapes?
Probably 5 scrapes. 3 of them were pretty fresh.
And just a
Big
bunch of
row.
freaking acorns.
Yeah, that's most acorns I've seen in a while.
And you can just see where all the deer have been munching on them.
Wouldn't say it was a feed tree, but she was about as close as you can get.
And all that's what, within a 40, 50 yard radius? Everything's close right there.
250 yards from the truck, but it's, if you don't know where you're looking at, you will never find it.
Yeah. Well, I did a complete 180 on where I wanted to set up this evening, but we've been talking all week about having a south wind today and coming into the spot where I hung the camera earlier this year and got some really good pictures of some deer. Holy cow. Our tree is just swaying in the wind, but anyway. So we decided we were gonna come back in here, and on our way in, there's a pipeline about 100 yards up the ridge, and there was just sign everywhere. It was, I mean, we've seen a bunch of sign all week. That was the most sign that we've seen anywhere. There was rubs everywhere, scrapes everywhere, a lot of beds. We got the wind blowing up the ridge. There's another bedding area right here. It's kind of like a transition area with some acorns in it. There's a scrape behind us, not too far. A couple rubs. So I think we're in a pretty good spot. We can see a long ways, so I like our chances this afternoon. Well, that's it for the evening hunt. We just had that one little buck come in right at, I don't know, 30 minutes before dark. He kept looking back. I was hoping that maybe there was something bigger behind him, but it's funny, he came downwind of us and never acted like he smelled us or anything, so that was good to know. We didn't stink. But anyway, that's probably gonna do it for this video. I think Gunner is going up in the hills to muzzleloader hunt this weekend, and he's going to be filming, so I'm not giving him an option. I told him he has to film because he's going to kill a big one. So
It'll be interesting.
It'll be good. But anyway, we're getting closer. Found a bunch of sign this week. That was kind of my goal. Getting closer and closer to the rut.
Done
So
more
what's up?
scouting than hunting. So
Yeah, I did a lot more scouting than we did hunting, really. Especially today and yesterday. But I guess those were the only 2 days that we hunted together. So
yeah.
But I got about another 5 days of work starting tomorrow, so I won't be hunting for a while. Like I said, Gunner's going to be muzzleload hunting. Rut's coming soon. It is October 20th, so I think by the end of next week they're going to be fired up and they're going to be getting after it. So exciting times. We're pumped, and just stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more content. I got a lot more coming.